Hey guys, what's up? Good evening. How are you guys doing today? December 21st of 2023. Leslie, you are always the first one in, bro. Thank you. Hey Alvaro, hey everybody. I'm glad to be back in town and able to join the live stream. Thanks, bro. Thank you very much for joining up. I cannot see myself quite yet, but you guys can hear me and see me, right? Don't you? Let me see. Because my live stream seems to be offline. There you go. I mean, yeah, you can hear me. Awesome. How was you guys' trading session today? Good? Did you guys kill it? It was a very, very, very nice trading session. At least in my case, it was a very, very, very productive and positive trading session, guys. And I hope I was able to talk you guys through the session as well, right? Calling out balls and strikes. SoFi, absolutely. Let's go ahead and take a look at SoFi. Adam and Waso. So, Lynn, hello, Lynn Burma, Adam and Waso. Guys, you guys' names are kind of weird, right? Learn, Birwa, Leslie Williams, McMullin, 357, Ladaris Williams. How are you? Adam, what's up? Welcome back, guys. Yeah, today we had fun, right? And yesterday's trading session ended up being a bear trap, a textbook bear trap, guys. So it is very obvious, guys. When we trade, we need to leave aside we need to try to leave aside our emotions and just look at the technicals, guys. So yesterday, when the trading session closed, it felt like the world was falling apart, right? Like they were pulling the rug out and the SPY was going to collapse and stuff like that. And yesterday's trading session was nothing but a bear trap, guys. A textbook bear trap. Chanshan, David Martinez, Truth. There you go. Robert, Scanny, Pamela Irby. Welcome back, guys. Please drop a comment down below and let me know what stocks you guys want me to go over. In the meantime, I am going to make a brief summary about what happened today. So the Russell 2000 went up 1.73%. The Nasdaq went up 1.26%. The Dow Jones went up 0.87%. And the S&P 500 went up 1.03%. If we take a look at the sectors of the markets, all of them closed in positive territory, guys. We had a very positive breadth in today's trading session. The best performing sector was consumer discretionary, goes up 1.52%. Healthcare was the second best performing sector, goes up 1.23%, followed by technology, which went up today 1.11%. The worst performing sector was utilities, but I mean, it also went up today, guys, as well. Utilities, this is a defensive sector, very sensitive to yields, by the way. So utilities went up today 0.18%. ExxonMobil, Tesla won't fall to 220. I have a bunch of questions over here. Emotions made me lose today. Why? What happened, Pamela? Did you get scared or something? And that's the reason why you lost money? Please, if you don't mind sharing with us your experience, we can talk about it. Okay. So yeah, let's go ahead, guys, and go over some stocks. Long story short, when it comes to the SPY, if you remember, if you guys have been watching my streams throughout, I don't know, the last 2 months, what have I been telling you guys about the SPY? Above this trend line, the bulls are in total control of the SPY or the S&P 500. What is this downward sloping trend line? Let me pull up here a 3-year chart. Take a look. This is a downward trend. This is a downward sloping trend line that comes from none other than the all-time high of the SPY at $483.24. It acted as resistance back in the summer, back in July. And once the bulls were able to burst above this downward sloping trend line and consolidate above it, they got in absolute control of the SPY, guys. So there's nothing wrong about this tape. Yesterday we saw some sort of mechanical retracement. We had a bunch of gains accumulated in the SPY. Nothing wrong over here with this tape. What could be potentially happening tomorrow? And you guys know that I will be very active in Discord tomorrow per usual. I'm letting you guys know the most important areas of interest, technical wise, of the SPY. So probably, and obviously everything is going to depend on whatever they do overnight. But say that tomorrow the futures, let's say that wake up pretty much at the same level that we have as of now. So let's say that tomorrow the SPY is trading pre-market near $472.87. That is going to imply that our bull pivot, and you guys know that I always work with pivots, our bull pivot is going to be $473.27. This is a previous resistance back from December 14. And to the downside, if the bulls are able to break to the downside, as I just said, this 5-day moving average, this white line that you guys can see over here, that as of now is signaling $471.39. Maybe tomorrow we could see some, let's say some sort of profit taken, a bit more of profit taken over here. But we need to take the markets at face value. It looks like tomorrow the bulls could be having an appointment with $473.84, or maybe a bit higher, $476.41. By the way, guys, keep in mind that tomorrow we have an inflation report coming out, the core PCE report. That report comes out at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That inflation report is an inflation report from November. And for the most part, guys, most of the inflation reports that came out in December reflecting information from November have been positive reports for the bulls. So we cannot really make a bearish argument against the core PCE report tomorrow. Maybe the bulls already discounted a better than expected, or a report that could be potentially coming out as expected at these levels, but we'll find out about that tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So when it comes to my pre-market commentary, keep in mind that that pre-market commentary is going to be posted tomorrow later than usual, probably at around 9:10, 9:15 a.m. So I can wait for the report to come out, and I can let Mrs. Market do whatever she's going to do. And then a bit before the trading session opens, I will be, per usual, calling bulls and strikes. All right. Do you usually call out SPY in the day? Yeah, sure. I have a channel over here. And I am very active, Jacob, throughout the trading session. Take a look. This is let me show you my Discord channel. Let me see. There you go. Take a look. This is my Discord channel on our server. So initially, I post a pre-market commentary at around 8:15 a.m., 8:20 a.m. with a basic plan and for the trading session, and then I am updating the levels of interest that you guys need to keep an eye on. And I think that today I called out 2 successful trades over here. So take a look, guys. This was into the closing bell. I told you. Take a look at the time, guys. At 3:27 p.m., and take a look. You guys can read my post. I told you. Above $471.20. Closing candles, I meant closing candles above $471.20 equals bullish. Everyone. And what do you guys know? Then I typed over here, I posted this push to the upside above $471.20 is in the how do you like them apples category. Let's reconcile this information with what actually happened at around 3:27 p.m. Take a look, guys. Let me pull up here the 1 day, 1 minute chart. Take a look. The bulls burst above $471.20 at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So this was, let me see. Take a look. I posted this information at 3:27 p.m. 3 minutes after that, what I told you guys occurred. The bulls were able to burst above $471.20, which was actually our early pivot earlier on today. And then this was a rocket ride of how much? 0.38%. This was one of my call outs today. And earlier on today, I also told you about $471.20. Let me show you, bro. Take a look. I told you at 10:15 a.m. You guys can tell how important $471.20 is. It's all about it. This was at 10:15 a.m. And take a look, guys. What happened at 10:15 a.m.? Take a look. The bulls were able to burst above near 10:15 a.m. $471.20, and this was also a rocket ride of 0.24% up to $472.51. These were two callouts that I posted throughout the trading session today, and I think that I am actually helping you guys to make better trading decisions with the information that I am posting, right? 471.20, and then it skyrocketed, correct? Yeah, you were spot on that play, correct. So just keep in mind, guys, that I like working with pivots. Okay, so the trading session, before the trading session opens, I will let you know a specific number which I happen to name as a pivot. Above the pivot, the bulls are in control, so call options are on the table, and below the pivot, puts are on the table. And I think that I actually called out almost in an accurate way today's bottom, guys. Let me see. Let me scroll down over here. So take a look, guys. Short time for the bull. Okay, at 12 p.m. I told you, I posted $469.50 is my next number in the sequence for potential support. Then at 12 p.m. I told you, showtime for the bulls, guys. If they can defend $469.50, there is a bounce back up trade here. If they don't, there is a gap down to $467.82. They never went that low. And take a look, 12:23 p.m. Wow, guys, $469.50. Calls or puts? Let's see. There is a trade here, I said. Take a look. There is a trade here. Closing candles below $469.35 invalidates the bounce back up trade. Then they bounced from, I think that the bottom today, the low today was $468.80. But take a look, guys. So they broke $469.20 to the downside, but this was a push to the downside that took, I don't know, like 3 minutes. And then they immediately after that bounced back up. And they were able to recapture $469.30 and 20 cents, which was the level that I was calling out for support. Let me show you, $469.50. Okay, then I said, the burst tried to close candles below $469.35, but buyers stepped in. I posted this information at 1:37 p.m. And what happened, guys? Once the buyers stepped in below $469.35, and they were able to bounce the SPY higher. they were able to produce a bounce in the northern direction. Then we had a rocket ride. Take a look. So the bulls were able to recapture $469.50. And then this was a super rocket ride, guys. Take a look. Pretty much until the closing bell of 0.75%. When you say closing candles above a certain price, does it matter what time frame do you trade off? I use the 1 day, 1 minute, guys. When I say closing candles, guys, in my opinion, I am talking about a period of time that it is usually between 7 up to 12 minutes. So that on a 1 day, 1 minute chart, that's from where I sit, from taking into account the way that I trade the markets. If I see a process of consolidation above certain level that takes longer than 10 minutes, that kind of confirms to me that buyers are in total control of that specific level of support. So I am very likely to be buying calls if that is the setup that I am seeing on the technical chart. Okay, so let's say from somewhere between 7 up to 12 or 15 minutes. That's a process of consolidation. Okay, and the same logic applies if you guys see certain level that is acting as resistance. And mind you, I am not a buyer of put options at levels of resistance. That's not my style. I usually buy puts when an important level of support is broken to the downside. But that, at the end of the day, that depends on everyone's style, right? But if I told you, for instance, today, because I said here, okay, closing candles below $469.35 invalidates the bounce back up trade. But they didn't close candles for below $469.35 for longer than 5 minutes, guys. So the bounce back up trade was never invalidated. And I was able to actually took this trade to the upside. Mm-hmm. So 7, 10, 12 minutes, something like that. If you guys are obviously day trading, okay? Obviously, okay? So, you guys find my information useful. That's the most important aspect of what we are talking about here, right? Okay? And if you have any questions about the stuff that I post, please let me know. That's what I am here for. Wow, we have a lot of people on board today, guys. So, hello to Elizabeth Villarroel, Truth, Nicholas Watkins, Ricky, Ricardo, who else? Prod, Arrow. There you go. Yes, a very useful information. That makes me feel happy, guys. Okay, so stocks, Tessie. Let's go over Tessie, guys. What is going on over here? By the way, as of now, guys, while I am live streaming for you guys, Mama Cathy Wood is interviewing Elon on X. So maybe she's going to try, or both of them are going to try to pump Tesla up over here, right? Who knows? Okay. In the case of Tessie, it goes up today 2.98%, and it closed the trading session at $254.50. Okay, so as of now, we can see the bulls trading above all the moving averages, above the 200 DMA, 200-day moving average, above the 100-day moving average, and also the bulls were able to close the trading session today above the 5-day moving average. So pretty much there is nothing wrong with this chart, and as long as the bulls remain trading above this 5 DMA, I think that they could be potentially gathering momentum in order to fill this gap up to $260, which has turned into a tough spot for the Tesla bulls, guys. So they fell at $260 or near $260 on December 18, and they also felt slightly below $260 yesterday and in today's trading session as well. So in my case, and this is one of the Tesla is one of the stocks that I was keeping an eye on today in order to go long. If I see Tesla tomorrow closing candles and consolidating above $253, this could be a trade that I could be starting, guys. Because from, let's say that we start a position on Tesla, closing candles above $253. From $253 up to $260, this could be a 2.20% profit trade. This is a good looking short, guys. And as long as the bulls, and put this down on a sticky note, guys, as long as the bulls remain trading above $252, I think that we have higher prices coming for Tesla. $260 would be the first level of interest to the upside resistance-wise over here. Let me take a look at some anchored value weighted average price lines. In the case of TESI, you guys know that I use a lot, guys, and I encourage you guys to use anchored value weighted average price lines. These are very useful, or this is a very useful technical indicator. And take a look, guys. So if or this anchored value weighted average price that you guys can see over here, this is an AV web that comes from the all-time high of Tesla. What price is it signaling? $231. Over here, we have an anchored value weighted average price that comes from the last earnings report of Tesla. What price do we have over here? $233. And this other anchored value weighted average price, the one that you see at the lower part of this technical chart, comes from the January low of Tesla at around $106 or something like that, when Tesla bottomed out back in January. Over here, we have an average price of $209. So we have, and as long as Tesla remains trading above $236, we have, for the most part, guys, every single market participant that has opened a position in Tesla making money as of now. This is a very good technical indicator for Tesla. Why? Because we don't have plenty of areas of overhead supply above the current price of Tesla. So this is very encouraging from a technical standpoint for Tesla. So I'm thinking, guys, that as long as this stock remains trading above $253, we have higher prices coming for Tesla, more likely than not. So it looks very good from a technical standpoint. It looks very good also from an anchored value weighted average price standpoint as well. So there you go. That's my technical take on TESI, ExxonMobil, and KeyBank. What happened with oil today, by the way, guys? You guys know that ExxonMobil pretty much trades based on whatever happens with oil. Oil went down today 0.39%, and it closed. It already closed, yeah. It closed at $74 approximately. Let me take a look at ExxonMobil. XOM. What do I have here? This is not a good looking chart, guys. I am not a trader of downtrends myself. You guys know it. Some buyers have stepped in over here because we can see the 5-day moving average upward sloping, which happens to be an encouraging, signal for ExxonMobil. But we have we can see Exxon trading below both the 100 DMA and the 200-day moving average. This is not something that is signaling anything positive for ExxonMobil. So in my case, guys, and I do use a lot the 5-day moving average, I would like to see ExxonMobil consolidating precisely above this 5-day moving average. So closing candles and consolidating above $101. And with oil going higher, guys, be careful about this. Do not trade oil-related stocks without monitoring oil. If you do it, so if you open a trade on ExxonMobil in a day in which oil is getting killed, you are going to be run on that trade more likely than not. So this is something that you need to keep in mind. So say that I see in tomorrow's trading session oil going higher, and ExxonMobil is holding a support this 5-day moving average. So let's say that Exxon can consolidate slightly above $101. Then this could be a sign that the bulls are gathering momentum in order to fill this gap up to a previous high, at which by the way, Exxon failed in yesterday's trading session at near $104. So from, let's say, I don't know, $102 up to $104, this could be a 1.78% profit trade. With call options, this could represent a successful trade, no doubt about it. So be careful with this 5-day moving average, guys. If Exxon trades below $102, so below this 5-day moving average, this is a no touch for me because we are dealing with a major downtrend, and I rarely ever trade downtrends. I don't like trading downtrends, and the only way in which I could think about opening a trade on a stock that is in a clear downtrend is if I see the buyers or the bulls showing some sort of strength, which in the case of Exxon would be consolidating above the 5-day moving average. By the way, let me take a look at the market structure of Exxon. You guys know that this is a tool that I use in order to take a look at the supply and the demand of any given stock. I look for imbalances between the supply and the demand. And if I see an imbalance that favors buyers, so if I notice any imbalance that favors the demand, then even though I could be seeing some sort of downtrend, that could kind of, talk me into opening a position with a stock that is showing a downtrend. In the case of Exxon, we have an encouraging demand versus supply imbalance. So what you guys can see on top of this chart is the demand or buyers. Take a look at how the demand is rising and the supply is decreasing, but a bit above average. When I say average, I am talking about this dotted line that you guys can see over here. So as of now, I am seeing more buyers than sellers in the case of ExxonMobil. I can reconcile that chart about the market structure of ExxonMobil with the fact that I have an upward sloping 5-day moving average. So holding this 5-day moving average as support. So if Exxon can consolidate slightly above $101, I could give it a thought to this trade. Only if this 5-day moving average is held as support. What other requests do I have over here? Can I go over Lily? Leslie's always asking about Lily, guys. Yeah, always, all of the time, sure. Let's go over Eli Lilly over here. Let me see. Hey, take a look. So Lily went up today 0.31% and it closed the trading session at $572. This upward sloping moving average that you guys can see over here is none other than the 100-day. The 100-day moving average, very important support for the bulls of Lily. Well, guys, Lily is here at a very important spot. So if tomorrow you guys see Lily breaking this upward sloping 100-day moving average to the downside, this could easily be a short. Oh yeah, we have a gap to the downside up to $550, which is a previous support, or also down to $558. $558 is a previous support back from late October. Very important, guys, for Lily, guys. So this is an easy one. If the bulls of Lily can defend this upward sloping 100-day moving average, so if they can consolidate above $567, then I can see over here, I can visualize two potential gaps to the upside. The first one up to the 5-day moving average, which by the way is downward sloping. That implies that sellers are starting to gain control of Eli Lilly in minor time frames. And the second gap could be up to the 20-day moving average at $585. So let's say that we can take this trade the way that I am describing it over here. So starting a position on Eli Lilly slightly above $567. Let's say that we pick up some shares or calls at $569. From $569 up to $574, which is a level that happens to coincide with the 5-day moving average. This would be a 1% profit trade, and up to the 20-day moving average, this would be a 2.73% profit trade. So this is the bull case in the case of Lilly, guys. Lilly breaking to the downside. This upward sloping 100-day moving average is very, but very, very negative. Let me take a look at the market structure of Eli Lilly. Let me see what is the supply and the demand looking like over here. Let's see. And the demand is stable, guys. So it's kind of, trying to stabilize. And the supply is decreasing. So I'm thinking, guys, that according to the imbalance from a demand and supply standpoint that I can see over here, with the demand pretty much flat but not decreasing, and the supply or sellers starting to go lower, I'm thinking that maybe Lilly could be holding this upward sloping 100-day moving average as support tomorrow or in the upcoming trading sessions. And mind you guys, by the way, be mindful of the January effect. Do you guys know what is the January effect? Let me see. Raise your hand. Who knows? What is the January effect? You guys should know. And I guess that some of you guys know. Okay. Be mindful of this. Okay. No. The January effect. What is it? Is it that it gets too cold in the East Coast? It gets cold in the East Coast. Okay. Simple, guys. The January effect is sell the winners of the previous year and buy the losers. Who was a big winner of 2023? Eli Lilly? Let's check on that. Okay. So Lilly has gone up this year, guys. I need to pull up a major time frame chart over here. Okay. All right. There you go. So the stock of this company, guys, with the, lost weight optimism, has gone up year to date 60%. This is a candidate for profit taking, guys, during January. And you guys know the way that this works, guys. So Lilly, we haven't seen a lot of profit taking in the case of Lilly. Why? Because of taxes. So if you close a big winning position on Lilly now, you're gonna have to pay taxes next year, in March, the latest. But guess what happens? Or guess what happens, guys? If you're sitting on very big gains in the case of Lilly, and you close the position on, I don't know, January 5th, when are you going to pay? When are you going to be paying those taxes? In 2025. So it makes sense waiting until January in order to lock in the profit over here. So that's what the January effect works like, guys. So we see institutions locking in the profit on the winners of the previous year in order to pay taxes the year after that, or the next year, in this case 2025. And what do you think they do with those gains? They go ahead and buy the losers of the previous year. So this is a very strong candidate, guys, in order to see a lot of profit taken over here. So be careful with Lilly from January and on. I'm just saying. Okay, and now you guys know what is the January effect about. Let me see if I can find here some anchor value weighted average price lines that could be worth pointing out in the case of Lilly. Let me see. Okay, Eli Lilly. And by the way, guys, and for those who haven't joined before any of my streams, you guys know that I live stream throughout the whole training session for the guys of my Patreon, which is spoken in Spanish. So I am not pitching anything over here. So when I go live for you guys on Thursdays, I am like super exhausted. So if you notice, any mistakes here and there, I do apologize for that. Hey, take a look at this. So let me delete this. Take a look, guys. So Lily is holding as support as of now this anchor value weighted average price line that comes from the second to last earnings report of Lily, guys. $567. So if we combine this AVWAP that comes from the second to last earnings report of Lily with the 100-day moving average, we know that $564 is a very important spot for the bulls of Lily, no doubt about it. There you go. Okay, what other request do I have here? Nvda. Let's go ahead and take a look at Nvda. Another candidate for the January effect. This is another very strong candidate for the January effect. So take a look, guys. Nvda has gone up year to date. How much? 242%. Let me ask you, I will ask you this question once again. If you have a 150% gain on Nvda, would you lock in the profit today, guys? Knowing that if that were the case, you're going to be paying those taxes in March of next year? Or would you rather wait until mid-January, January 8th, January, 7th, in order to lock in those profits so you can pay those taxes in 2025? Something to think about, right? Okay, Nvda. Okay, for our short, so it went up today 1.83% and it closed the trading session at $489.90. Nothing wrong with this short, guys. We can make the case that the bulls weren't able to close today's trading session above the 5-day moving average, above $490, but this is still being a very clear uptrend above the upward sloping 200 DMA, above the upward sloping 100 DMA, above the 20-day moving average. Absolutely nothing wrong with this short. What would be my trading plan in the case of Nvda tomorrow, guys? And again, I use a lot the 5-day moving average. An upward sloping 5-day moving average, which happens to be the case of Nvda, let me confirm that I have buyers in control of all of the technical charts in the case of an uptrend, okay, which is the case of Nvda, okay, because sometimes we have an uptrend in major time frames, but in minor time frames, sellers start to gain control, and we can determine that sellers are starting to gain control when we have a downward sloping 5-day moving average. In the case of Nvda, most of the moving averages are upward sloping other than the 20-day, which is kind of flat. So my trade tomorrow in the case of Nvda, or if I wanted to buy calls over here, I would wait for the bulls to consolidate above $492. If that were the case, that could be signaling that they are gathering momentum in order to fill this gap, this nightmare for the bulls of Nvda at $503. So Nvda failed at $503. I don't know, this was on Monday or on Tuesday, and the bulls have only been able, guys, to close one single trading session above $500. Only one, guys. It would be very bullish for the bulls of Nvda closing 1 or 2 or 3 trading session above $500. So my trade here, again, Nvda closes candles above $492, $493. We grab calls, we sell those calls at $503, which would be the next foreseeable gap to the upside. This could represent a 2.20% profit trade in the case of good old Nvda. Very good looking chart over here. Nothing to complain about Nvda, guys. Unbelievable. What a beast. Let me see if I can pull up some AVWAPs here that could be worth pointing out in the case of Nvda. What do we have here? Take a look, guys. Pretty much every single person, every single market participant that ever started a position in Nvda is making money as of now. So nothing to complain about. Any AVWAP. And in the case of the supply and the demand of Nvda, let me see. There you go. Oh, by the way, let me ask you something, guys. If you guys say buy call options of Nvda, what ETF do you need to monitor if you are going long Nvda? Correct. KeyBank, I'll do it. No worries. We'll go over KeyBank. But question, guys, because I want to let you guys know some new information when you participate in my streams. So if you are trading Nvda or AMD or I don't know, or SMCI, what ETF you should be looking at? Triple Q. Yeah, I mean, that's fair enough. But there is another ETF that is more important for Nvidia than the Triple Q. Who got the answer? There you go. SMH, correct. The semiconductor ETF, correct. Awesome, bro. There you go. Take a look at the market structure of Nvidia, guys. Oof. Take a look at the demand through the roof and take a look at the supply downward sloping. In my opinion, unless something unexpected happens, guys, you guys know, I mean, maybe they pull the rug out tonight, or maybe the inflation report, the inflation bullshit report that we are waiting for tomorrow happens to come out worse than expected, or you never know, right? Maybe, I don't know, China invades Taiwan tonight. You never know. In normal market conditions, this stock is heading to $503, more likely than not. And I hope to be involved in that trade if that were the case. Okay, KeyBank. Alrighty. Let's keep going. KeyBank. KeyCorp Bank. Goes up today 1.42%, and it closed the trend session at $14.28. Good looking short. We have seen some sort of profit taking lately. I would keep an eye on the 5-day moving average. It is still upward sloping, which is a sign that buyers are in total control of the stock of this bank in every single technical chart or time frame. So KeyCorp, there you go. KeyCorp consolidates above this 5-day moving average, so above $14.20. Maybe this could be signaling that the bulls are gathering momentum in order to fill once again this gap up to $15, which is a spot at which they failed on December 15. If we were able to take this trade the way that I am describing it over here, from $14.20 up to $15, this could represent a 5% profit trade. Very good looking short. Is this a regional bank? I think it is, right? Is this a regional bank? Key bank? I don't know, guys. So if this is actually a regional bank, then you guys know that you need to keep an eye on the KRE. Okay, there you go. KeyBank, very good looking chart. Nothing to complain about it. Let me see there you go. So you need to keep an eye on the KRE. KeyCorp. There you go. Let me take a look at the market structure, the supply and the demand, and take a look. The supply is starting to decrease, and the demand is rising. So no reason, we don't have any reason to believe that this stock is heading to lower prices. So above $14.20, and with the KRE having a good day, and also the IWM having a good day, I would be a buyer of call options over here above $14.20. When you say bulls, does that mean institutions or retail? Both. Yeah, both. When I say bulls, we are talking about us, retail traders, and also institutions. And obviously, guys, the ones that really move the markets are the institutions. We all know that, obviously, right? But I'm talking about the bulls in general terms. Okay? Yeah, we don't need to make a distinction about the small bulls and the large bulls. All right, Micron. It went on a tear today, I think. Let's see. Micron Technology. There you go. Goes up today 8.63%, and it closed the trading session at $85.48. I saw the earnings report. Not a good report from where I sit, but they posted a very upbeat guidance and the markets liked it. So clear uptrend, guys, above all the moving averages, upward sloping 5-day. What is going on with my mouse? Upward sloping 5-day moving average, upward sloping 20-day. I mean, under the total control of the bulls. Would I chase it over here, guys? I don't think so. I would rather see some sort of pullback down to this previous resistance at 84 bucks. If that were the case, and in regular market conditions, the bulls or this level could be producing a bounce. 84 bucks approximately. What could be the next gap for Micron? Let me see. We have a potential gap up to 90 bucks, guys. Previous resistance from, I don't know, forever ago. This is a previous resistance back from late November of 2021, guys. Wow. This stock has been a disaster, bro. Unbelievable. So, very bullish chart. Nothing to complain about Micron, guys. And again, if you guys are going to be trading Micron, keep an eye on the SMH. So, 84 bucks or a little retracement down to 84 bucks would have me think about starting a trade over here. Let me see if in the case of Micron, guys, I have any anchored value and weighted average price lines that are worth pointing out. Let me see Micron technology. Yes. Take a look, guys. An AVWAP displayed from the all-time high of Micron is signaling as of now 66 bucks. And from let me draw an AVWAP from the second to last earnings report. Take a look. 73 bucks. So we don't have a lot of buyers trapped at higher levels. So we don't have a lot of overhead supply over here. So don't be surprised, guys, if Micron actually happens to be able to fill this gap up to 90 bucks once and for all. We don't have buyers trapped anywhere, according to an AVWAP that I displayed from the all-time high of Micron and taking into account the average price of Micron's buyers since its second to last earnings report. I mean, pretty much every single market participant that ever started a position in Micron is making money as of now. So this is a very good sign for Micron. So we could be seeing over here 90 bucks sooner rather than later. Although Nvda has run up, do you think take part in the Santa rally or profit taking? The chart is very bullish, bro. So if there's a Santa rally, a Santa Claus rally that you guys know that takes place after Christmas. So the Santa Claus rally actually kicks off the trading session after Christmas, and it ends into the middle of the first week of January. Yeah, Nvda should be involved in the Santa rally. Yeah, this is a very good looking chart, guys. Are we going to see profit taking or something like that? I don't know, guys. And mind you, and talking about the January effect that I just told you guys about, keep this in mind, huh? So I'm going to pull up here the SPX, guys. You guys know that the SPX is the cash index of the SPY. So, and I was talking about this with the guys of my Patreon today. Listen up, guys. So, in the case of the S&P 500, the SPX, we have a very important and psychological level over here. 4,700 points. It was almost tested today, and it gave rise, or once the bulls, got closer, or were approaching 4,700 points, we saw this massive rally into the closing bell, right? When I am calling out levels of the SPY, guys, on Discord, you got to know that I am taking a look at both the S&P 500 and the SPY. If you guys want to understand better the SPY, you need to get familiar with the SPX, with the cash index of the S&P 500. Okay, so we know that we have a lot of gains accumulated as of now that could be given rise to the January effect if the markets keep going higher, if we actually see the quote-unquote Santa Claus rally. However, guys, if this support of 4,700 happens to be broken to the downside tomorrow or maybe next week or something like that, or before the year ends, this could be unleashing a further selling process in the markets. Because we could see a lot of institutions that as of now are sitting on very nice gains, waiting for January in order to, lock in the profit so they can rotate that money from the winners of this year into the losers of this year. But if this support of 4,700 happens to be broken to the downside, we could be seeing a process in which many market participants, institutions, retail investors, and stuff like that, or retail traders, who are sitting as of now on very nice gains, saying like, okay, maybe, the markets are very extended to the upside. Maybe we are going to see way lower prices before the year ends. So I am going to simply, lock in the profit over here in order to make as much money as I can out of my winning positions instead of waiting for January, for tax purposes. So that is something that you need to keep in mind. So as long as the bulls remain trading above $47, 4,700 points, sorry, I think that the January effect could be playing out next year. That is something to be, that is something that I should highlight over here. What is the ticker for what goes with the SPY? Just said to what's the other one to see? SPX. SPX. You guys can see it over here. S as in Scott, P as in Peter, S, X as in X, X as in Twitter. X as in Twitter. There you go. Okay, what other requests do I have over here, guys? We are just, having some sort of nice chat and talking about the markets, going over some stocks. Let me see. I did Micron. I did KeyBank, Nvda, Lilly, Tessie, Disney. Sure. Let's go ahead and take a look at Disney. How long are we in, guys? Hey, 52 minutes. Oh, man. I talked too much, guys. Sorry about that. Goes up today 0.82%, and it closed the trading session at $92. A very choppy chart, guys. I don't feel like trading this chart, guys. It doesn't say anything. We can make the case that the bulls are working on trying to reverse a major downtrend. As of now, they are trading above the 100 DMA, 200 DMA as well. Let me zoom in here. They lost today the 5-day moving average as support. And at the same time, they also closed the trading session below the 20-day moving average. I don't know, guys. This chart doesn't say much for me. And you guys know that I like to trade to the upside, or I like buying calls or go long any stock when I kind of have a high degree of certainty that buyers are in control of that technical chart. What would be the case in the case of Disney for me to say like, okay, you know what? Buyers are gaining strength over here. I would like to see Disney making over here a higher high. So closing a trading session above this previous high at $95. So let's say that I see Disney closing a trading session or maybe starting to consolidate above $96 with the 5-day moving average upward sloping. That would be an encouraging sign for me in order to start a position over here. Other than that, guys, this is just choppiness. And I don't see a strong reason in order to get involved in Disney unless, as I just told you guys, we can see over here at least a higher high. Like Disney closing one or two trading sessions above $96 or near $96. This could be encouraging. So, not a fan of this technical chart by any stretch of the imagination. There you go. Let me take a look at the market structure of Disney to see if I see something, encouraging over here. Disney, the Walt Disney Company. Okay, the name of this website is Market Structure Edge. It is a paid service, guys, but I make a living from this business, so I need to invest the money. I need to invest money in whatever I need to invest my money, right? In order to have the most useful tools available. Okay, I use this a lot, guys, before making any trading decision. Market structure edge. Okay, Disney. Take a look, guys. I don't know. I mean, the market structure doesn't say much either. The demand is flat and the supply is starting to rise. Ain't no touch, guys. Ain't no touch, in my opinion. Google, my Google. Let me take a look at Google, my Google. Let me see. Okay. Alphabet goes up today 1.53% and it closed the trading session at $141.80. What can I say, guys? The bulls almost closed today's trading session, making a brand new higher high above all the moving averages, 5-day moving average, upward sloping. Nothing to say, nothing wrong over here, guys. I'm thinking that, let me pull up here a 3-year chart. This stock is about to make another major breakout, guys. Google breaks $145 to the upside, or burst above $145, or breaks out from $145. Guys, we have all-time high coming up, $151. Yeah, this stock is about to break out once again, guys. We saw a major breakout when Google was able to burst above $110. Then we saw another major breakout when the bulls of Google were able to burst above $130. And this is the next step, guys. Yeah. The bulls take out $145 and you're looking at all-time high. Yeah. You're looking at the all-time high of Google at $152. Maybe no time, guys. Very good looking chart. Unbelievable. So what would be my trading plan over here, guys? I like trading breakouts on good volume and momentum. So I might be a buyer of this breakout. But before, obviously, I would have to see consolidation of Google above $145. And maybe a retracement, guys, down to this previous resistance, down to $139. At $139, the bulls found resistance back on December 7th, also back in late November, and also back in September. So this could also be a potential trade, guys. A little retracement down to $139. We confirm support over here. So we wait for others to do the job for us. So we wouldn't be buying the dip right at $139. We would have to wait for some sort of a little push to the upside, and we would be entering the trade at around $140, from $140 up to $145. The area that I already told you guys about, that Google could be potentially breaking out from sooner rather than later. This could be a 2.50% profit trade, guys. Very good looking chart. Jesus. Beautiful. Let me see if maybe the supply and the demand of Google confirms a potential breakout from $145 to the upside. And take a look, guys. The supply is decreasing, so sellers walking away from Google, and the demand is stable. It isn't rising, but it isn't decreasing, whereas the supply is actually decreasing. Very bullish, guys. Yeah, very, very bullish. Yep. An hour in, guys. Oh my God, I don't wanna go up. I don't wanna go longer than an hour. So let me do maybe 2 more stocks over here. Exxon, AXON. What is this? Exxon Enterprise. Very good looking chart. I am not familiar with this stock. Went up today 1.61% and it closed the trading session at $256.84. Clear uptrend, guys. Nothing to complain about this technical chart. Yep, under the total control of buyers. But mind you guys, if the stock of this company happens to burst above $260, it's going to be no man's land. So this is the all-time high of the stock of this company. So, I mean, I don't know what to say, guys. Maybe what about a consolidation above this upward sloping 5-day moving average? So a process of consolidation above $254. The bulls gather momentum, make another push higher, and make a test of this all-time high at $260. This could represent a 2% profit trade. Very good looking chart. Nothing to complain about. AXON. And I don't know if maybe you're asking about puts. I don't short uptrends, guys. And I never short a stock with an upward sloping 5-day moving average. So this is not a stock that I would be shorting. No. I will go long if I see consolidation above $256. Okay, and what's the last stock of the live stream? RXTX. RXTX. What is this, bro? I don't even find that ticker. RXTX. I don't have it available, bro. RXTX. No. I don't have it available, bro. Are you sure that's a ticker symbol? RX. Ah, RX. Recursion Pharmaceutical. Don't know the stock, so I don't know. I mean, it went up today 4%. Closed the trend session at $10. It is an uptrend above all the moving averages. I don't know. I mean, if the bulls can consolidate above this previous resistance, $10.80, this could be bullish, guys. Closing candles above $10.80 could be opening the door for the next gap to the upside up to $12.25, which is a previous resistance back from early August. This would be my trade, guys. Like, having a high degree of certainty that buyers are in control of this technical short from $10.86 up to $12.25. This could represent an 11% profit trade. This is a very interesting short, guys, actually. Above all the moving averages, this stock is leaving behind a major downtrend, and buyers have started to step in over here, right? Let me take a look at the market structure if I happen to have it available. RX, yes, Recursion Pharmaceuticals. Wow, take a look at the market structure, guys. Wow. Take a look. So the demand is through the roof and the supply is starting to decrease. 10 out of 10. The market structure of whatever this thing is, RX. So according to the market structure, and according to the fact that we have over here an upward sloping 5-day moving average, keep an eye on $10.60, guys. Yeah, the bulls consolidate above the area, and this stock could be having an appointment with higher prices up to this former resistance at $12.30. A very interesting technical short, no doubt about it. Recursion Pharmaceutical. There you go. Thanks for the call out. I am going to put it down on a sticky note. May you explain the supply and the demand chart and what you're looking for? I already did. So I want to see what you want to see over here is a rise in the, what you want to see in this chart is exactly what you guys are seeing over here in the case of RX. A rise in demand and a fall in supply. Buyers, stepping in, and sellers or the supply, sellers walking away from any given stock. Okay. Well, guys, did you like the stream? An hour and 4 minutes. I'm like super tired, I gotta go grab a beer. And again, I really have to make an effort in order to go live for you guys on Thursdays, because before going live for you guys, I already streamed for 7 hours for the guys of my Patreon, guys, so I'm super tired. And if you noticed some mistakes here and there, again, I do apologize. I try to do the best I can for you guys. Well, see you guys tomorrow pre-market, guys, on Discord. Let's kill it. Today was a phenomenal day for me, guys. Super happy about today's training session. Very good job. Take care, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Go grab a beer. December 21st. Who is going to go grab a beer? Who is going to go grab a beer? Come on, guys. December 21st. Go grab a fucking beer. Have fun. Walk away from the technical charts for 2 hours. Do yourself a favor. There you go. Happy holidays, guys. Okay? Happy holidays. You guys have a Merry Christmas. Okay? And have fun with your relatives. Okay? I got some, but ain't no beer. Okay. Bye, guys. Love you. Take care.